What's up? All right, Seth Williams here to talk about nhcherbs.com. You're basically, if you want to be healthy and you want to find an alternative to the pharmaceutical industry that's actually effective and can bring you the results that you want on your doctor's reports without having to be doped 15 ways to Sunday, this is the route to go. There are natural and effective ways to manage your health and be your own doctor out there. You just have to know where to find them. And today we're going to talk about I3-C with DIM, which is indole 3-carbinol with DIM. This is a cruciferous vegetable extract that helps to cleanse receptors in the body. Now, it was originally made, and all these products, their basis is that they are taken with MSM plus C, because MSM actually helps in the absorption of all our other nutrients. It helps cleanse the lining of the colon so that the colon becomes permeable and we can absorb all nutrients the way that we're supposed to. Without MSM and vitamin C, which MSM being the fourth most abundant molecule that's supposed to be in the human body that we don't get anymore, comes down in rainwater, permeates all our fruits and vegetables, but it's very unstable. So we need to take it at least twice a day because it stays in us about 12 hours like it does a fruit or vegetable. But it helps in the breakdown and absorption of everything. It even increases protein or BCAA, our branched chain amino acids, to help build muscle. It even increases that absorption by up to 300% when MSM is taken with BCAAs. So that means more muscle mass, and especially with people who are dealing with things like cancer, who need to maintain our muscle because, well, you have the sarcopenia aspect that comes along with cancer. And now, if someone were to take like chemotherapy, I3-C with DIM could actually be taken with the chemotherapy to help prevent them from losing their hair and losing their appetite. It has been shown to have cancer chemoprotective activity. It may modulate estrogen metabolism, which could be productive for both men and women. It may also have anti-carcinogenic, which is anti-cancer, antioxidant, and anti-atherogenic, formation of plaque in the artery. So it will help to keep from breaking down. I'm sorry, I just read something that the Supreme Court would allow states to secede from something. Anyway, it helped from breaking down. It will help to break down the buildups in the arteries. So that's like chelation, to chelate out that. But it also may be useful for inhibiting the formation of HPV, okay? The papillomatosis cyst caused by the human papilloma virus. So it may help in inhibiting that. It also, I3-C can be administered after carcinogen initiation, also significantly inhibited chemically induced mammary tumors. Animal studies demonstrated that I3-C is exerted protective effects of various types of cancers of the endometrium, lung, tongue, colon, and liver. There is preliminary evidence from in vitro studies that I3-C induced metabolites can inhibit oxidation of LDL cholesterol that can also inhibit smooth muscle cell proliferation. LDL cholesterol being the sticky cholesterol, if you inhibit the oxidation, then it will not stick to the arterial wall, which means the blockage is, you don't increase the blockage. when taking indole 3-carbinol. Indole 3-carbinol may be synergistic with tamoxifen in protecting against breast cancer. It may support breast, prostate, and other reproductive organ health. Basically, what we have with cancer is, understand, if we go to the doctor after being diagnosed with cancer and the doctor says, okay, this is what we have to do, is we're going to administer chemotherapy. Understand that chemotherapy is what we would call Russian roulette. It is killing off all fast-growing cells in the body with the hope that they kill the cancer cell before they kill the cancer patient. So we're hoping that we kill off the cancer cells as we kill fast-growing cells, enough that the cancer itself dies out before the patient does. Now, that's one method or one alternative to dealing with cancers. Another method would be to correct the immune system so it can identify the cancers again, attack them, envelop them, get them out of the system. That would be something called MPS that could possibly help there. Now, MPS are just the raw materials necessary for the immune system to communicate properly. Now, to take that a step further, there's also ways of alkalization, which cancer does not survive in oxygenated environments. So it's kind of like in garbage dump, you have rats and roaches. If we clean the garbage dump up, the rats and roaches go away. Well, the body, when clean, when alkalized, the cancer cannot live there. Just like the rats and roaches go away when the dump is cleaned up, when the body is cleansed and it's performing properly, the cancer cannot survive because the environment is oxygenated and fluid and toxins are removed. Now, what is cancer? Cancer is a mutated cell. It is when you have cellular reproduction all the time. One of these cells reproduces and it's not like the others. And then if it continues to reproduce, it will build a mass. That's what we call cancer. Now, why would a cell reproduce deformed or malformed? Well, one of the main reasons we found is a lack of oxygen. When you deprive the cell of oxygen or you make the cell acidic, then what happens is that acid will cause the cell to either die or to mutate. The mutated cells that continue, we call cancer. Now, wouldn't it be a good idea to take something like pH plus and alkalize the body while taking big doses of, say, calcium and cesium and rubidium and all the alkalizing minerals? What if you took those and you alkalize the body, which makes it oxygenated, which cleans out the toxins in the body, which would actually make the environment not suitable for cancer to live? And then on top of that, you correct the immune system with MPS 70 so that it can function properly, identify the cancers the way it's supposed to. And then you could even go so far as to incorporate something like, I don't know, SR9009, which is literally cyanide to cancer, which is something that is a research chemical that's being studied. It's not for human consumption, but it's one of the things that they're coming out with that actually alters the circadian rhythm of the body so that the cancer can be uncovered to the immune system, because the circadian rhythm will change faster than the cancer can mimic or any virus, so it uncovers all of those. It also acts to help build muscle mass because of the faster cellular regeneration that happens when we speed up the circadian rhythm. Now, with that said, that's a research chemical. MSM helps to increase protein synthesis or help to the BCAAs in the body to be more absorbable by up to 300%, which would offset the muscle loss of chemotherapy and things like that. So if someone were going to take chemotherapy anyway, it might not be a bad idea to take something like IS-3, which boosts killer T and macrophage activity by up to 700% in as little as 7 days. Take I3-C with DM, which cleanses the receptors and helps the person to keep their hair and keep their appetite up. And then take something, I don't know, such as pH plus to alkalize the body to make the environment not suitable for the cancer. And doing all these things together, you might actually find that there is a way to work even with chemotherapy and things like that to give the patient a better chance at not only survival but thriving thereafter. Now, none of these products that I mentioned have been evaluated by the FDA. They're not intended to diagnose, treat, prevent, cure, or cause any disease. These products are simply made to give the body the raw material necessary to rebuild at a cellular level, and we believe that God made the body to be healthy and to last forever. So when the body is given the right raw materials over a long enough period of time, the body will take those materials and start to rebuild properly. See, a dis-ease is simply something not at ease, and a disorder is whenever things are out of order. Things become out of order because we do not have the proper building materials to continually keep things in order in the body. So what do? We start restoring those building materials through these products so that the body can reorder everything according to the DNA structure, which is the building blocks of the body. So something to think about would be incorporating those ideas and those nutrients into the patient that has been diagnosed with cancer. And what we're saying is it may increase the likelihood of not only making it through the cancer, helping the chemotherapy to starve out and kill the cancer, but it may also help the patient to thrive thereafter and prevent from reoccurrence from happening, possibly. Now, once again, these products are not approved by the FDA because the False Data Administration does not even look at nutritional supplements or anything that's not toxic. They're basically going to govern over things that poison you, like chemotherapy, because your prescription is basically a permission to poison slip. Well, if it's not a poison, you don't really need a permission slip for it, and these nutrients that I've mentioned are not poisonous at all. But they are the raw building materials that our body needs to rebuild at a cellular level the way God intended. And when we provide that which God intended, well, things work the way God intends. So at nhcherbs.com, check those products out, see what you think, read the information on there, and get back with me if you have any questions. My name is Seth Williams. You can contact me through text at 256-497-0494. You can call the store at 256-757-0660, or you can email us at sethnhc@gmail.com. You can also go to the website at nhcherbs.com. Thanks.